Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's contest. I'm your man, Darrell Owens, alongside Russ Taliaferro. This is episode 1. This is going to be our first broadcast today of the Atlantic 10 Women's Tournament. It's the quarterfinals here from the Henrico Sports and Entertainment Center. We're so glad to have you all here with us for today's matchup. Now, the first matchup of the day contains the number 1 seed in this conference as they make their debut in the 2026 tournament. The Rhode Island Rams coming in at 25-4 overall. They went 16-2 in the Atlantic 10. Those 2 losses coming to Richmond and LaSalle, who we'll see a little bit later on today. They will take on the number 8 seed Loyola Chicago Ramblers, 14-17 on the year. They got a win yesterday over St. Bonnie in a really good game. This team is 9-9 in the A-10, and the Ramblers fell a little short against the Rams earlier in the season, 70-58 in Chicago. Once again, Russ Taliaferro is alongside with me in this one. Russ, how are you feeling about today's game? We got the number 1 seed Rhode Island Rams taking on the number 8 Loyola Chicago Ramblers. I
feel pretty good. Not gonna lie, I'm expecting a pretty good game. Loyola so far has been was involved in my game of the tournament so far yesterday against St. Bonnie. That was a tight one. Held them to the last second. I don't think they'll be able to rely on that kind of game today against Rhode Island and such a good team with Tammy Reese leading them at the A-10 Coach of the Year.
Well, it should be a very fun matchup between 2 veteran coaches, and I'm excited to see what they can do in the first matchup. We saw Rhode Island get the 70-58 win in Chicago. Right now, the starting lineup's being announced. Starting for the Ramblers, number 2, Alexa Kennis. She's averaging 10.4 points per game. Alex Ann Brissett, the other guard, at 11.5 points per game. Kira Chivers, who is coming in with 5.2 points per game. Brooklyn Vaughn, number 21, with 8.2 points per game. And Alexis Mobley coming in with 10.9 points per game. For Rhode Island, you've got number 14, Brooklyn Gray. Now, this is for those who have known Brooklyn being a part of the St. Louis side of things. She is a grad transfer over for Rhode Island, and she has made a big impact, making it with 12.5 points per game. Sophia Fatal, the young lady from France, doing her thing, 7.9 points per game. And it's DeBras, another great guard for Rhode Island. And then Parmiri Imbu, young lady playing the 4 position, number 5 with 11 points per game. And Abina Silva will be the young lady in the middle. Russ, what do you expect from the number 1 seed in today's contest?
Complete control. That's what I expect. They are the number 2 scoring offense in the conference. Unfortunately, Loyola Chicago is the number 14, which if you didn't know, there are 14 teams in this conference, so they are dead last in scoring. So I expect Rhode Island to come out just firing on all cylinders and just start dropping buckets. And the question is, can Loyola keep up with them? And I don't know if they can right now.
It's going to be a fun contest. And look, Loyola's coming in here, no pressure, you know. You got to win in the tournament. Nobody expects you to win this game, Russ. But they've got a chance to do something today and shock the whole Atlantic 10 Conference if they can knock off the number 1 seed. This number 1 seed was cooking leading into this tournament. I mean, they hadn't lost since November up until the second to last week of February, where they suffered 2 losses in a week, 1 to Richmond and 1 to LaSalle. But leading up to that point, you know, December and January, they were undefeated and they were rolling right along. How do they bounce back from those losses and try to make something happen in the tournament?
I guarantee you Coach Reese has already made sure that they forgot about those losses and they're playing it, taking it one day by day. They're not even thinking about the bid that they have in the conference, in the NCAA tournament, because they've almost guaranteed themselves a ticket to the dance. But they are already ready for this game. I know Coach Reese has them straight on point today and not thinking about anything else but today and this game, for sure, with Tammy Reese at the head of that. But at the same time, they know what they could have done against Richmond, because we saw them a week and a half ago and we were there. And that was a very close game, and they could have won it themselves. Unfortunately, you know, Dugan and Ulstrom and Sweeney, that three-hitter combo was a little bit too much from that day. But I still expect them to to have a great performance today.
Yeah, and look, this Rhode Island team, we saw them beat NC State at NC State this year.
That's a big one.
And they were number 16 in the country at the time. This Rhode Island team can play.
That's for A-10 confidence right there. That's for the whole conference.
That's a big deal for the conference. So, you make a really good point about Rhode Island being a team that's probably already in or should already be in, but they can't take any chances. We've seen years where we thought the A-10 would get 2 teams in automatically and end up getting 1. Last year they were lucky enough to get 3. A lot of people think it's 2 this year. So and with 3 heavy contenders at the top with Richmond, George Mason, and Rhode Island, you can't take anything for granted.
You really can't. And I mean, you say there's 2 teams that you're looking at. This is one of them, Rhode Island. Richmond is the other one you would assume. Rhode Island, of course, with that win over North Carolina State, it gets a little more eyes on them. So I would think they're heavy, of course, even if they don't somehow win today. I still think they're in the tournament. Richmond, I would feel the same. I think it's on George Mason. If they want to make the tournament for sure, I think they have to win this tournament this weekend.
I agree with you 100%. I think that's the way that kind of goes. I think nationally, looking at what Richmond's been able to do, being top 5 in this and top, it's going to be hard to keep a team out that is that efficient. So we're going to see. We're going to get to see all 3 of these teams today. And we can't leave out Davison because Davison is a problem as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the tip is about to go down. Scylla and Bissett with the tip, and we're underway. Our first game of the day, and Sophia Vital has possession for the Rams.
Now, Alex Ann Bissett, she had a really good game the other day. 20 points, 6 rebounds. I expect her to do the same.
There's Brooklyn Gray in her Rhode Island uniform. Still looks weird.
I'm a fan of her no matter what kind of blue she's wearing.
Here comes Mbu. Now, in the game that we got a chance to see, last week when they played Richmond, Richmond shut Mbu out. So we didn't get a chance to really see Mbu do her thing in that game because she ran into foul trouble. And I don't expect that to happen in this one, Russ.
I don't. I mean, you can only keep a scoring team off the scoreboard for so long. You can only keep a player off the board for so long, too. So I expect her to get going, a little bit more of an impact today against Loyola.
Oh, good job by the Ramblers causing that shot clock violation right there. Vital had to toss that one up to the heavens to hope that she can get something to happen. But now Chicago has it, and Bissett will give it over to Chivers. Bissett working against Mbu. Nice little move there, and it hits underneath the basket. And it's going to stay with Chicago. Chivers trying to get the ball. So Chivers going up against Vital. That's going to be a fun matchup. There's the jumper. That goes off the right side. Rebound by Vital. And she's on the move. Up the floor to Mbu. Mbu driving with the left. Can't get it to go. Scylla with the rebound. We've got ourselves a nice crowd today here at the Henrico Sports and Event Center. Loving to see the kids come over on the field trip. This is a pretty fun field trip. What are you going to do? We're going to go to the Henrico Center and watch some great basketball action.
I mean, the kids are filling this place up today. You would think it's almost a Richmond game.
Chivers giving it off to Mobley. Mobley will take it against Gray. Driving to the basket, trying to work something with the footwork, and nope, can't get it to go. Rebound by Gray. Here comes Vital. Rhode Island has been another team that's been really good in this tournament over the last couple of years. Gray for 3, knocks it down. Brooklyn Gray and the fans go crazy.
You would really think Rhode Island is playing in Rhode Island right now.
Yes.
Like they're back in Kingston, and these kids are going crazy for them.
And, you know, Brooklyn Gray, who's had an amazing year at Rhode Island, coming through in the clutch.
She made an impact immediately. Came over and became their leading scorer this year.
Mobley with the elbow jumper and knocks it down for 2.
Right in front of Brooklyn Gray's face.
Don't be fooled. Her last name looks like Looks like Mobley, but it is Mobley. I had to get some verification on that.
Ooh, Lou's looking for a foul call there and down low. Couldn't get it.
Vaughn will get it over to Chivers, over to Bissett. Bissett off of the leg of Mbu, and it will stay with Loyola. The Ramblers have been in the conference now for a couple of years and still trying to find their way in the conference. This is one of the higher ranks that they've had in the conference. At one point they were number 4, but a couple of losses down the stretch kind of hurt them a little bit. Bissett over to Vaughn. Mobley back to Vaughn, working against Scylla. And Scylla using the height to her advantage, the 6'5" sophomore.
She stands out, that's for sure.
From Finland, making things happen.
She stands out. I don't think the Ramblers have anything that can touch her size, really. Like Alexandra Bissett, God bless her, she has a tough matchup on defense. Just because that is not an easy task to guard someone that tall and that long.
And Vital will give it over to Gray. Gray to DeBras.
Speak of the devil. Off the ball foul on Bissett.
She's going to be a lot to handle. I mean, she's done a really good job this year, averaging around 11 points for Rhode Island. Vital will take it out of bounds. Still a 3-2 matchup so far. Brooklyn Gray working here, using her strength physical straight to the basket for Brooklyn Gray.
There we go. That's the last thing that they need for Loyola is Brooklyn Gray to get started.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. Kenneth stood no chance once Brooklyn Gray got in position.
She tried to poke it out the back, but Brooklyn Gray was just too physical for down there. It's almost a mismatch.
Mobley's jumper, no good off the back of the rim. Mbu with the rebound. And here comes Vital.
Jesus Christ, she is so fast. I don't know how I forget that.
Vital, little pump fake. Chivers and Vital.
That's a fun matchup right there.
A lot of speed.
It really is. They are almost clones of each other, how fast they are.
Brooklyn Gray knocks down another.
They don't need that. That is dangerous, baby.
Brooklyn Gray is feeling it right now.
And giving St. Louis one more reason to cheer in this tournament after last night.
2 threes so far for Brooklyn Gray. Kenneth trying to make something happen.
Another foul on Loyola.
Loyola's got to be careful.
They're starting out rough. The shots aren't falling, and Brooklyn Gray is getting her shot going.
You know, and when we saw Brooklyn last week against Richmond, she didn't have a great game, and so which we're not accustomed to seeing from Brooklyn Gray. And I don't expect her to have the type of game during this tournament. She knows what it takes to win this tournament. She knows how important it is to grind throughout this tournament.
She does, especially after last couple of years with St. Louis in this tournament. She definitely knows what it takes to come into this building in particular and really grind out a whole weekend.
Vital to Harris, who's now in the contest for Rhode Island. Swings it to DeBras. DeBras, baseline, jumper, knocks it down. And what a great job. Great ball movement by Rhode Island. And they're up 10-2. The Ramblers got to find a way to kind of shut the Rams' energy down right now.
Coach Guthrie is just yelling instructions, of course, if she wants trying to get her squad started.
Bissett trying to work against Gray, lost control of the basketball.
Almost.
Gray had a piece of it.
Almost.
Kenneth working against Celia. And
nice
great
try.
defense. Brooklyn Gray on the move. Trying to assess the situation against Granbury. Granbury's now in the contest. Rocking the goggles, I love it. That's the old school right there. Granbury working against Celia.
This matchup.
And the hook shot no good. A great job by Granbury. Picks up the rebound. Hendricks now also in the contest for the Ramblers.
Jeez, look how fast she is. No call there. And this shot, unfortunately.
Yeah, Shivers lost control of it, trying to make something happen there.
Coach Guth calling a timeout. Probably need it right now.
And so that should take us to the media timeout here with 3 minutes and 54 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, left here in the first quarter. We'll be back in a little bit here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network. The Rhode Island Rams are up 10-2.
I just need one more to get through today.
In 2023, nearly 80,000 Americans died from opioid overdoses. About 3 out of 4 overdose deaths.
I'll send you that new character skin if I lose this one.
For youths aged 12 to 17, esports significantly increases participating in gambling activities.
Legacy Financial Wellness with Rita Stewart. Let Rita help you safeguard your family's future while you focus on living your best life. Discover the peace of mind that comes with having the right financial plan in place. Rita Stewart is a dedicated and experienced financial professional ready to guide you on your financial journey. Her expertise lies in helping clients create a robust and enduring financial foundation to build on into the future. So you can reach out to Rita Stewart by phone at 804-677-7555, on Instagram at Money Matters and T, on the World Wide Web at LegacyFinancialWellness.com, on Facebook at Legacy Financial Wellness, or at her personal email at rita.stewart@5ringsfinancial.com. Bernard's Towing. If you find yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation, Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car where you need it to be. Remember, call us once and be hooked. You can contact Bernard's Towing at 804-380-2774 or at 804-495-51. Big Jack's Cooking with Orlon Big Jack Jackson. They specialize in Southern comfort food. Orlon told us one time in a broadcast, if it's comfortable, they'll cook it. So if you're looking for amazing Southern comfort food, reach out to Big Jack's Cooking at 8830 Otterburn Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002, or by phone at 804-405-0330. You can also email Big Jack at bigjackscooking@gmail.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, almost back from the timeout, but let's talk a little bit about yesterday's scores. Loyola Chicago getting the win over St. Bonnie's 61-59. That's why they're here today. St. Joe's defeated Duquesne 66-45. To move on, they'll take on Davidson in the next game. Dayton got a 62-54 win over George Washington in a very interesting game yesterday. The 7th seed moving on, and then LaSalle defeated St. Louis 59-51. And your overall thoughts on yesterday's games, Russ?
See, Dayton was my favorite game, but I would say Loyola St. Bonnie was the game of the tournament so far. Dayton, I just love seeing them play because everybody was just doing everything they could to make sure that team won. It was just an all-around team game, and I love watching games like that.
We'll see what they do today. They got a big one against Mason.
Yeah, man.
Mbu trying to get off the glass there, and they couldn't get it to go. Granberg with the rebound, and Bissett will take it up the floor. You know, what I'm interested in is
Granberg is just a board cleaner.
Yeah, I know, right?
I love her game.
Are we going to see an upset today? That's why I'm intrigued. Well, so far, the tournament has done its job, and all the high seeds have won.
I mean, I'll be honest. I think if we saw an upset, I want to see it. I hate to say it. I think it might. I'm looking at George Mason and Dayton. If Dayton plays the way they did yesterday, they're going to be hard to beat.
Yes.
I don't care if they're the number 5 or what are they, number 7 seed.
Yes.
I do not care about that. They play like they did yesterday, they'll give Richmond problems.
They got a chance. And Chivers made the basket for us, Loyola Chicago. Now here come the Ramblers as they try to bring it a little closer.
Speaking of the devil, good board.
So Chivers misses a 3. Board put back by Hendricks. 10-6. 4-point game. Rhode Island in possession. Vital will swing it.
That media timeout helped because they hadn't scored in almost 4 minutes before then.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a struggle. And we've got some stoppage there.
Getting their first action without Brooklyn Gray, and then she comes right back in.
Like, get a blow, catch your breath a little bit. You got Harris, Mbu on the floor. Scylla also on the floor with Vital and Michelle. All in the game. Amy Michelle in the game for Rhode Island. Rosalie Mercel now in the game for the Ramblers, along with Hendricks, Mobley, Granberry.
Rhode Island just has so much depth with heights. Like, I know we're sitting down looking at them, looking up at them,
They're
but
tall.
like they're
tall.
They are very well built to dominate down low.
6'1", 6 foot, 6 foot, 6'5", 6'1", 6'4", 6'3".
Yeah, exactly. See, okay. Did you mention the heights of walking trees there or something?
Yes.
They're tall, and the good thing about it is they're long. They have long arms. Each one of those ladies with the wingspan that just they work to their advantage.
I've noticed in this conference, if you're long and athletic, and we've seen it for years, we saw it with Dayton for years when they were on top of their game, the long and athletic teams do really well in these tournaments.
Long and athletic or short and fast?
Yes. Or you just shoot the lights out. I mean, how many times did we see Peyton Kennedy? We had to do it at least one time. Shoot the lights out in here last year with St. Louis, and Rhode Island has been a team since we've been doing this that have always been in the mix. They went to the championship game 2 years ago against Richmond.
Yes, they did, and it was a good game. It was a very good game. Ooh, Coach Gus was not happy about that call.
Yeah, it was a very good game early, and then we saw Richmond open up towards the end, but it was competitive. And so,
interesting factor here. Loyola's getting a little bit of early foul trouble. That's Mobley's or Hendrick's second foul right there already in the first quarter.
It's still a pretty tight game so far.
Yeah, it is. Again, it's not over until it's over, but I'm not holding my breath expecting Rhode Island to keep it close. They're going to do their best to pull away.
If you're Loyola Chicago, you got to do whatever it takes to keep it close until it's time to strike as Gray knocks down another free throw. It's 12-6.
I'm telling you, that's why I love her too, because she's almost a 90% free throw shooter too.
10 points so far for Gray.
This is her game right now.
She's on pace for 40. She's on pace for 40.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Granberry at the top of the key, being guarded by Gray, trying to work something out. Pump fakes. Gives it over to Marcel, who shoots the three, and the three hits off the left side of the rim, or the backboard, I should say. Mbu with the rebound and up the floor. And Coach Goof is not happy.
Am I saying it wrong? I should be saying Guff.
So yes, it's very strategic. I thought it was Guff when I first met it, but it's Goof.
Goof? Either way, she was on the floor upset about that call.
Coach Goof has a lot of great energy.
She does.
And every game that we've seen her, you can tell the passion is there. And then, like I said, the team has gotten better each year.
You could say that almost about any coach in this conference.
This is also
even the
true.
new ones that are taking over programs and trying to bend it their way. You can see how much they love coaching these young women, and it shows in how they play for their coaches too as well.
Yeah, I mean, Bonaventure is another one, a veteran coach who Coach Carley used to be in the conference. He left, came back, and they're starting to slowly get back to where they were. And the Bronze knocks it down. And you've seen it in other places as well. I mean, Coach Mountain is kind of getting things going in at LaSalle, so that's good to see.
I mean, at this point, like, there's a lot of young coaches in this conference, coaches with less than 5 years with their teams.
What a great move.
That was good.
As Mobley slices her way to the basket for two, 14-8. DeBras over to Harris, working the baseline, and oh boy, Harris blows past Granberry for the two.
I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but what did I say? Loyola's going to have to keep up with Rhode Island when they score. Because if they don't, it's going to be a blowout.
Chivers over to Granbury, and Granbury misses the entire rim.
It's all right. It's all right. Shake it off, young lady. You're still doing a good job. I would say she's still having a pretty good game.
Coming in the game is Dickman for Loyola Chicago. That's Nevaeh Dickman. Dickman guarding Imbu. Jump shot Gray off the back of the rim. And Mobley dives on the floor to get possession.
Held ball, possession of Loyola.
29 seconds left here in the first quarter. Rhode Island up by 8.
That's kind of how I expected it. Rhode Island to be up by almost 10 at the end of the first.
And Dickman will take it out.
I mean, this is, looking around, this is a pretty packed arena for the first game of day 3.
It's a good start here in the quarterfinals.
And you know they did a favor for Richmond to swap them with the Dayton game next, so Richmond could go on last in prime time.
Yeah, that's going to be beautifully done. Like in the last couple of years, Richmond was playing in this spot.
Well, they were number 1 the last couple of years, so.
Yep. And now they will get the prime time matchup tonight against LaSalle. There's a nice shot there by Vaughn to hit the shot at the buzzer. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will take us to the second quarter. So at the end of the first, the Rhode Island Rams 16, the Loyola Chicago Ramblers 10. We'll be back here in a little bit on the Legacy Maker Sports Network. Legendary Culture Films has a brand new movie out, Boys in the Woods. When the walls seem like they are closing in and it keeps getting worse, a father is on the run from a local police while dealing with a territorial beef with a rival gang. And against all the odds, his children were kidnapped and held for ransom in the streets of Amelia and Richmond, Virginia. Boys in the Woods, coming to Tubi soon. Be on the lookout from the latest great project from Legendary Culture Films. Legendary Culture Films and Born Legend Entertainment would like to let you know about a few projects they have going on at the current time. Legendary Culture Films currently has 2 movies out on Tubi. The first one, Black Sheep. It's about a young hustler trying to make a transition from the streets, becomes an outcast and the target, and it turns into war in the city. Black Sheep, currently out on Tubi right now. Also, the movie Legend Has It. It's about a young warlock who seeks revenge on his mother's killers, an action-packed thriller that will have you out of your seats. Legend Has It, currently on Tubi right now, so make sure you go check them out. And from Born Legend Entertainment, the man chosen himself with his brand new hit single, Throw That, which is currently out on all major platforms and on heavy rotation on 106.5 The Beat in Richmond, Virginia. So make sure you check out all the great content coming from Legendary Culture Films and Born Legend Entertainment. Perfect Mix, the 100% natural, handcrafted, fruit blended premium lemonades. If you want the perfect lemonade, Perfect Mix is just right for you. Follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages. Instagram at Perfect Mix, on Facebook at Perfect Mix. You can go and get your orders right now. Just reach out to us via our social media pages. Shipping and delivery are available. Second quarter, action here from the Henrico Sports and Events Center in Henrico, Virginia. And ladies and gentlemen, it's not Henrico. It's Henrico. I know the A10 did a real funny video a couple years ago with the players trying to pronounce Henrico, but it is not Henrico, it is Henrico.
We've heard it all. I'm not even from here, and I've heard it all.
Henrique.
Kickball.
Good job there by Mobley causing a distraction.
Who?
Ah, you got me. You got me, Mobley. There it is. And it's so funny because I've been so intense about making sure I said it right the whole time. Oh, my goodness.
I'm here for a reason,
I
boss.
appreciate you. Mobley guarding Vital. The Bras will get it over to Celia.
Just like the starters are back in for Rhode Island.
Vital trying to drive. A great job by Marcel. Great pressure on the sidelines to Brooklyn Gray, and she knocked it down.
Count. I think it was 24.
They didn't get it off in time. That would have been Brooklyn Gray's third three and have her at 13 points.
She hasn't missed from downtown.
She's been rolling.
Corner three, almost.
And Dickman will take it out of bounds to Brissett. So Brissett being guarded by Mbu, who's yet to kind of make her presence known in this one. Dickman with the jumper and knocks it down.
Rattles in.
Nevaeh Dickman. For those who don't know, Nevaeh is heaven backwards. Became popular in the 90s for a name.
It became popular in the late 2000s because of a favorite band of mine, POD, his lead singer, named his daughter Nevaeh, and then it blew up because he said that on an episode of MTV Cribs.
And it's been that way ever since?
Yeah. I know exactly why it became popular, because I was a fan of the band.
Jumper, Vital, and it doesn't go.
Just short a little bit.
Here come the Ramblers. Chance to cut the lead to 2, or maybe even 1. Brissett taking the pick from Dickman.
I'm coming out a little cold in the second half, in the second quarter, but Vital with the steal there.
What a great effort by Vital. The taller Dickman, they try to dump it into her, and she just knocked the ball away.
She is not. She's not afraid to get big with those other ladies that are taller than her.
Brooklyn Gray working against Vaughn, trying to work her way inside. We'll kick it over to DeBras, who looks inside to Scylla. And Scylla couldn't get it to go.
Dickman had nice defense, but Scylla, I was hoping she could get us finished there.
And Mobley makes it a 2-point game. Loyola Chicago's hanging in. A 2-point game, 16-14.
They ain't hanging in. They're winning. They're taking it to them. They're doing more than that.
And right now, shooting 39% from the field. Rhode Island shooting 33% from the field.
That, I'll tell you right now, that's probably the difference right now, is their efficiency.
Mbu's 3. No good.
Mobley saved us.
Yes, you did. Thank you, Mobley.
You better say her name right from now on.
I know. I told you I was so particular about making sure I said it right after I found out. Mobley working against Gray, and she almost found a way. That ball just held on the rim for like 14 seconds. At least that's the way it felt. Vital swings it across court to DeBras. Inside.
Scylla's having a hard time finishing down low.
Yeah, she's had a couple of good looks and just wasn't able to do it. Marcel over to Vaughn, and we've got maybe a foul on the floor here. But yeah, Scylla has had some opportunities in the basket. They seem like they should have been easy shots, but she hasn't been able to put them in.
I don't know. It might just be bad luck. Who knows? You got to shake off the rust sometimes after not playing for so long.
Yeah,
they haven't played in almost, what, a week?
Yeah, they haven't played since last Saturday. And that's the thing about having the double bye. It's nice because you need the rest, but you also have to be careful because you don't want to lose any momentum you may have had.
They get the rest, and especially for them, I think it's important because they need to travel too.
Yeah.
Rhode Island ain't that close. Ooh, I think that's offensive, or is that a set?
I think they're going to say, yeah, that's going to be on Kenneth.
Okay. I don't hate the call. That's her second foul, though. You got two key Ramblers and 2 fouls already in this first half.
And you can't have that. You need Kenneth in the game.
You need Hendricks in the game too, coming off the bench. And Kenneth goes out with those 2 fouls.
Shoot, it's been a little bit of a run because Rhode Island that last couple of weeks of the season, they had to go to Mason, go to LaSalle, and then come back down to Richmond. So you got to go up, down, up, down, up, down. So
I forget where LaSalle is. I feel like that's Philly.
It's in Pennsylvania. It's in Pennsylvania. I'm not sure if it's Philly or for sure. I should probably know this, but it's definitely in Pennsylvania. I do know that.
I don't know why I feel like it's Philly.
It should be in Philly. It's that they have the Philly 5. It's that Villanova.
It is Philly. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm about to say yeah.
And a nice job by Brissett with the contact, and this game is tied.
I mentioned her name earlier. She had 20 points in the game yesterday. And 6 rebounds to boot. That lady's here to play.
And Brissett has a chance to give the Ramblers the lead.
That's something I thought we'd be saying.
Right now, the lead belongs to the Ramblers. And so the lead belongs to the Ramblers. And on top of that, they're on a 7-0 run. Rhode Island's got to kind of get out of this funk.
I know Coach Reese can do that for him, though.
Harris.
Hard charge, almost lost it.
And it's Darrell trying to make something happen. There's some contact.
Draws the foul, gets contact, okay.
And Joku is going to get called for the foul. So Claire Joku, who is now in the game, the red shirt junior, 6 foot tall, will get her first foul as the Bras will head to the free throw line. Our colleague Lamont Thomas, who broke down all of the French names on Rhode Island oh so delicately a couple years ago, he will be with us tomorrow.
You know, I just realized Rhode Island has a transfer from VCU on their team.
They do?
I know that face. And I've seen it in different colors before.
There's a lot of, Rhode Island has a lot of people within the conference. They got Tavana Habib, who went to George Mason. So she's on the team. You got a person from VCU, somebody from St. Louis.
I mean, who better to scout you than your own opponent?
Exactly. And that's what we talked about it yesterday. And there's Vaughn driving to the basket, goes over the rim. But we talked about it yesterday about how it used to be a sin or a no-go that you could transfer within the conference. You had to wait a year then before you could do that. But NIL's changed all of that. You don't have to do that no more.
There's so much money in college athletics now. It's astonishing. I just hope it gets evenly distributed and used equally for everyone's advantage.
Exactly.
That's the least I can hope for. And it might be a pipe dream, but at least that's what I hope.
Silla hands it off to Harris, who drives to the basket.
A
little bit of high off the glass, and now Mobley is pushing it up the floor. Oh, she had a running Joku, who gets it back to Vaughn. And Chicago with a 1-point lead. Oh, they're starting to smell it a little bit over there for the Ramblers. They can feel it.
Rhode Island's in trouble.
They can feel it. The Rams are down by 1 to the Ramblers. How much more Ram-on-Ram violence will we have? We'll be back here in just a second on the Legacy Maker Sports Network after this media timeout. Today's broadcast is being brought to you by Crossroads Community Services Board is one of 39 Virginia community services boards. Crossroads offers community resources for mental health, developmental disability services, substance use disorder counseling, drug prevention programs, family therapists, and much more. Crossroads services the counties of Amelia, Buckingham, Charlotte, Cumberland, Lunenburg, Nottoway, and Prince Edward counties in Virginia. If you would like to reach out to the administrative services, you can reach them by mail at 60 Bush River Drive, Farmville, Virginia, 23901, or by phone at 434-392-0000.
3187. They're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, their national line is 866-307-0370. Any emergency services 24/7 is 800-548-1688. And if you need to reach out to the National Suicide Crisis Line, just dial pound 988. Legacy Financial Wellness with Rita Stewart. Let Rita help you safeguard your family's future while you focus on living your best life. Discover the peace of mind that comes with having the right financial plan in place. Rita Stewart is a dedicated and experienced financial professional ready to guide you on your financial journey. Her expertise lies in helping clients create a robust and enduring financial foundation to build on into the future. So you can reach out to Rita Stewart by phone at 804-677-7555, on Instagram at Money Matters and T, on the World Wide Web at legacyfinancialwellness.com, on Facebook at Legacy Financial Wellness, or at her personal email at rita.stewart@5ringsfinancial.com. Legendary Culture Films, one of the hottest and upcoming movie production companies, would like to let you know about a couple movies that they have out currently, and one of them on the way. First, the movie Black Sheep, currently airing on Tubi, is about a young hustler trying to make the transition from the streets, becomes an outcast and the target, and it turns into war in the city. It is a great movie. If you want to catch it, it's on Tubi right now. Another great movie that's coming to Tubi soon, Legend Has It. It's about a young warlock seeking revenge on his mother's killers, an action-packed thriller that will have you out of your seats. Legend Has It is coming soon from Legendary Culture Films. And a new movie in development, Boys in the Woods. That should be a very interesting one coming from Legendary Culture Films.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 4 minutes and 54 seconds left here in the first half. And we've got a Ramblers, ladies and gentlemen, a Ramblers 1-point lead over Rhode Island. Vital has possession of the basketball here for Rhode Island. Over to Harris to Embu. Ojeda, the former VCU Ram. She knows these parts well.
Went from one Ram to another.
Yep. An actual Ram. Ram.
Yes.
Ojeda for three. That one routed out and a rebound by Joku. Mobley over.
Rhode Island is just not able to knock down the shots they are getting right now. It's a little shocking. Ooh, Brooklyn Gray, tough defense.
And Shivers was able to give it off to Hendricks, and she made her way to the basket. There's some contact. And that one is going to be, let's see who they call the foul on that one.
I would guess it's Brooklyn. No, they called it on Vital.
Yeah, so Vital, that's her first foul. And Hendricks will head to the free throw line. Kendall Hendricks, the sophomore guard, 5'10", will knock down the first and extend the Rambler lead.
It's interesting to see how I want to see how Rhode Island's going to try and get themselves back on the right course, because as good as they are at scoring the ball, they're not a strong three-point shooting team. They're towards the bottom of that list, unfortunately, in the conference, under 30%. So it's going to be interesting to see how they would get themselves back in the game.
Up the floor they come. The Rams.
They are a strong free throw shooting team, though.
Vital taking the handoff there from Embu. Trying to work against Shivers. And nice shot by Harris from the elbow. The jumper goes down. It's 20-20.
There's no stat for it, but Brooklyn Gray set a nice screen at the top to get her open for that shot. I kind of wish there was a stat for that, though.
Be nice.
Yeah.
Pick efficiency. Make it up, stat man. You got it.
I mean, picks for screen or picks for points.
Picks for points.
Ooh, good defense.
Joki tried to work it against Ojeda, but that's not happening. And here come the Rams.
Learned that from Coach O'Boyle down low.
All the way, swinging. Good ball movement. Ojeda finds Brooklyn Graves.
She almost pulled that.
Faked Hendricks out of her shoes. Couldn't get it to finish.
A $5 move, 5-cent finish.
Mobley all the way. Couldn't get the first opportunity. Gets the second. The Ramblers up 22-20.
You gotta get the rebound there. You can't let her get her own rebound and just like let that go.
Mbu. I know we're still early in this one, but this, if the Ramblers find a way, that would be a massive upset. Harris, jumper off the left side, no go, and Brissett with the rebound. If you're Loyola Chicago here, you want to play it smart. You don't want to force any crazy shots. You want to take smart shots here and put as much pressure on the Rams as possible.
Yeah, I mean, just stay the course because what they're doing is working.
Hendricks missed the entire rim, hits nothing but backboard on that one. Harris pushing it up the floor here for the Rams. Will swing it back to the top to Vital. Vital over to Mbu on the wing. She's driving. Mbu, who's yet to score some points, will head to the free throw line.
And Booz, she's been a little frustrated with the officiating so far. She thought she should have had some fouls called earlier for her to get sent to the line earlier last quarter. But Brooklyn, she set a hard screen for get Mbu down low there for a second. So
Palmier Mbu will head to the free throw line. 0 for 5 today.
And she's getting off to a slow start, unfortunately.
Averages 11 points on the season, knocks that one down. A 72% free throw shooter.
Yep, gotta like it. Gotta like it.
Mbu, the young lady from France, misses the second.
Scylla tipped it, but no one could recover it. Oh, Vital.
Great effort.
Oh, I love that girl's play. She is dangerous. I think I saw a sign with her face on it earlier, though.
I think so. It's in the middle over here. The young kid had it.
Yeah, man.
Second quarter continues to dwindle down here as we get closer and closer to the half. Marcel at the top for the Ramblers, hands it off to Brissett. And Brissett will now work here against DeBras. She tried to get away, and DeBras strips it away. DeBras to Vital, back to DeBras. She lost control of it, but able to recover it.
Couldn't handle the pass.
Mbu to Gray at the top.
Missed an easy 2 opportunity, unfortunately.
Scylla, there's some contact on the floor.
So Brissett and Kinnis, for that matter, are off to a slow start after yesterday's game because they both scored pretty well yesterday.
And Kinnis also dealing with a little bit of foul trouble so far in this one.
Yeah, had to sit earlier because of 2 fouls.
DeBras, another great opportunity, and finally,
nice.
Scylla will get on the board.
Scylla cleaning up the dirty work there.
And that gives Rhode Island a 1-point lead, 23-22. Marcel driving, trying to work against DeBras off the glass for 2. What a great job by Rosalie Marcel.
Nice left-hand finish.
Marcel, another young lady from France. The A-10 recruits heavily from France. Scylla to Brooklyn Gray, corner 3, got it!
Oh, there's a call.
What is the call?
I think that's an and 1. Coach Goose don't look happy.
She did get it.
I don't think Coach Goose looked happy. I knew that was an and 1 because of that.
I wouldn't have been happy neither. But Brooklyn Gray knocks down
the and 1 on a 4-point play opportunity. That's dangerous.
Third 3. Little bit of a solid momentum swing here.
She technically hasn't missed from 3. The earlier one was called off, but she made it.
But she did make it, yep.
So she's technically 4 for 4 right now. Only 3 actually count. But that's 9 points they'll take.
Brooklyn is pleading her case with the referee about something. She didn't seem happy, but she could give Rhode Island a 3-point lead, and she does.
She does.
Granbury back in the contest for the Ramblers.
Getting your Rams confused.
There's too many Rams.
There aren't, but okay.
Come on, man. Ramblers, Rams?
No.
All right, whatever. They cousins. Marcel trying to do something in Boo with the block.
Just lost handle.
Oh, they're going to say it was a foul?
On who? On Marcel?
Yeah, Marcel. That's her third personal.
Thank God I'm not a ref because I didn't really see anything. I just saw her lost the handle, unfortunately.
So they take her out and bring Kenneth back in.
I think the Loyola band agrees with me. They didn't see anything either.
I thought it was a clean block at one point, but
I kind of just thought she lost the handle trying to go up against the block.
27-24.
But we'll see.
I think it's funny that the band that's behind us, no matter what band it is very vocal. I feel like the bands that we've run into have been very vocal. They're hilarious.
They really are.
As Mbu makes it a 5-point lead as she knocks down both free throws.
And all of a sudden, Rhode Island's back on top before half.
And, I had a question leading into it. I was going to say, how does the Ramblers, how they keep this vibe going, but just like that, the Rhode Island swing has them up by 5.
Well, Alexa Kenneth having no points in the first half is a little shocking.
Granbury inside the jumper. Tough. Oh, she almost had a chance.
She got it off in time.
She
there was a whistle.
Oh, what's going on here? Wait a minute. There's a foul. And that's on DeBras. And that's her sec. That's a very, very bad timing to get your second foul. It's the end of the period, but that's not the way you want to get it.
If she had 2 fouls earlier, she'd have to sit out the rest of the first half.
Yeah.
So she got her second right at the end of the first half.
Yeah, if you're going to plot it, if you're going to plot it, that's the way you do it. So there's going to be at least some free throws here, or they could be resetting the clock. So I don't know how much time is going to be on the clock. I would assume about 1 second, but we shall see. Man, oh man. Well, this is a good way to start today. Game 1 of 4. We've got some good ones coming your way. We'll see the next matchup will be the Davidson Wildcats and the St. Joe's Hawks. That should be a fun one between the 4 and the 5 seeds. Then we'll see George Mason take on Dayton. That'll be the 5 o'clock matchup. And the game to start the second session. And to finish it off, we'll see the Richmond Spiders take on the LaSalle Explorers. And that'll be the 7:30 contest tonight.
Primetime game.
Primetime. And I think all of Richmond is going to be here for that one. The Richmond faithful, it should be it's going to be very tough for LaSalle because they're going to have to try to get past that crowd. We noticed that the Richmond crowds last year were really rowdy.
It's just as crazy as Robbie Stadium.
No pun intended with the rowdy. The rowdy Rams. No puns.
Spiders don't get rowdy. Chill out.
They might, man. You never know.
Nah, they don't. They just web you up.
All right. Okay, Spider-Man.
Don't be mad at me because I read the comics sometimes. And I play the games.
Joku will take it out for Loyola Chicago. 1 second on the clock.
Ooh,
Brooklyn Gray will steal it, and that, ladies and gentlemen, will send us to the half with the score. The Rhode Island Rams 29 and the Loyola Chicago Ramblers. I always said Rams, but I guess they're cousins. Ramblers 24. Russ, interesting first half. What are your initial thoughts on what you've seen in the first half?
I'm almost happy and then also a little afraid of what I saw because I saw Loyola take advantage of Rhode Island's down streak and they're sort of lay off at the beginning of that second quarter, but at the same time Rhode Island came back and you're only going to keep a team that scores like that off the board for so long and just Loyola to just kind of give it back to him there at the end of that first half was a little worrisome.
Yeah, Rhode Island ended the first half on a 6-0 run. In 41 seconds, they went on a 6-0 run, and they ended the half when they were down. It was looking a little grim, but Rhode Island pushes ahead for a 29-24 lead. Brooklyn Gray leading the way. She's got 14 points, 4 for 6 from the field, 3 for 3 from the three-point line, and 3 for 3 from the free throw line with 3 rebounds. DeBras has 6, Harris has 4, Mbu has 3, and Silla has 2. For Loyola Chicago. Now, their numbers a little bit across the board. Mobley leading the way with 8. Vaughn has 4. Dickman has 2. Bissett has 3. Marcel has 2. Hendricks with 3. And last but not least, Shivers has 2. So that's where we stand, ladies and gentlemen. Loyola Chicago shooting 37% from the field. Rhode Island shooting 32%. Loyola Chicago's 0 for 5 from the three-point line. And then Rhode Island is 10 for 13 from the free throw line. Defensive rebounds are about the same. Rebounds in total are about the same. Second chance points, only 4 and 2. So both teams are either taking, a good chance. Nobody's taking advantage of the offensive rebounds that they've had so far, which they haven't had a lot. Only 2 fast break points.
A lot of those secondary stats are kind of even until you keep going down the list where the defense of Rhode Island is making a difference, because Loyola does not have a block. They don't have a steal. But Rhode Island has 2 blocks and 3 steals already in this game. So everything else is kind of a push until you get to those extra stats for defense. And that's the difference right now, I think, that's making Rhode Island, aside from just their scoring ability, it's keeping them ahead right now.
Well, I don't want to jinx it, but I'm probably going to jinx it because that's what broadcasters do. Turnovers. Only 5 total turnovers in this game, which is rare because usually I'm used to about 10 maybe around this time, maybe 8.
But used to at least like 5 each on the team.
Yeah, both teams are taking care of the basketball for the most part. Loyola Chicago has 3 and Rhode Island has 2. So we're going to see how it all goes, ladies and gentlemen. We got about 13 minutes before myself and Russ will return to bring you the second half of action. Once again, everybody, thank you all for tuning into the Legacy Maker Sports Network. We'll be back with the second half of action in just a little bit.
Today's broadcast is being brought to you by Crossroads Community Services Board. Is one of 39 Virginia community services boards. Crossroads offers community resources for mental health, developmental disability services, substance use disorder counseling, drug prevention programs, family therapists, and much more. Crossroads services the counties of Amelia, Buckingham, Charlotte, Cumberland, Lunenburg, Nottoway, and Prince Edward counties in Virginia. If you would like to reach out to the administrative services, you can reach them by mail at 60 Bush River Drive, Farmville, Virginia, 23901, or by phone at 434-392-3187. They're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, their national line is 866-307-0370. Any emergency services 24/7 is 800-548-1688. And if you need to reach out to the National Suicide Crisis Line, just dial pound 988. Legacy Financial Wellness with Rita Stewart. Let Rita help you safeguard your family's future while you focus on living your best life. Discover the peace of mind that comes with having the right financial plan in place. Rita Stewart is a dedicated and experienced financial professional ready to guide you on your financial journey. Her expertise lies in helping clients create a robust and enduring financial foundation to build on into the future. So you can reach out to Rita Stewart by phone at 804-677-7555, on Instagram at Money Matters NT, on the World Wide Web at LegacyFinancialWellness.com, on Facebook at Legacy Financial Wellness, or at her personal email at rita.stewart@5ringsfinancial.com. Legendary Culture Films, one of the hottest and upcoming movie production companies, would like to let you know about a couple movies that they have out currently, and one of them on the way. First, the movie Black Sheep, currently airing on Tubi, is about a young hustler trying to make the transition from the streets, becomes an outcast and the target, and it turns into war in the city. It is a great movie. If you want to catch it, it's on Tubi right now. Another great movie that's coming to Tubi soon, Legend Has It. It's about a young warlock seeking revenge on his mother's killers, an action-packed thriller that will have you out of your seats. Legend Has It is coming soon from Legendary Culture Films. And a new movie in development, Boys in the Woods. That should be a very interesting one coming from Legendary Culture Films. Bernard's Towing. If you find yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation, Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car where you need it to be. Remember, call us once and be hooked. You can contact Bernard's Towing at 804-380-2774 or at 804-495-5111. Big Jack's Cooking with Orlon Big Jack Jackson. They specialize in Southern comfort food. Orlon told us one time in a broadcast, if it's comfortable, they'll cook it. So if you're looking for amazing Southern comfort food, reach out to Big Jack's Cooking at 8830 Otterburn Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002, or by phone at 804-405-0330. You can also email Big Jack at bigjackscooking@gmail.com. Last but not least, Perfect Mix, the 100% natural, handcrafted, fruit blended premium lemonades. If you want the perfect lemonade, Perfect Mix is just right for you. Follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages. Instagram at Perfect Mix, on Facebook at Perfect Mix. You can go and get your orders right now. Just reach out to us via our social media pages. Shipping and delivery are available. Hey, and you're probably wondering, where do I find the Legacy Maker Sports Network? Well, first of all, you can head over to our website at www.legacymakersports.com to check out all the latest in the sports world. Also, if you want to check us out on our social media pages, you can reach us on Facebook and in LinkedIn at Legacy Maker Sports Network. You can reach us on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Legacy Maker Sports. And then you can reach us on Twitter, aka X, at Legacy Maker SPN. Make sure you give us a like, a share, and why don't you go ahead and subscribe to our channels. Once again, we thank you all for tuning in to the Legacy Maker Sports Network. Legendary Culture Films has a brand new movie out, Boys in the Woods. When the walls seem like they are closing in and it keeps getting worse, a father is on the run from a local police while dealing with a territorial beef with a rival gang. And against all the odds, his children were kidnapped and held for ransom in the streets of Amelia and Richmond, Virginia. Boys in the Woods, coming to Tubi soon. Be on the lookout from the latest great project from Legendary Culture Films. Legacy Financial Wellness with Rita Stewart. Let Rita help you safeguard your family's future while you focus on living your best life. Discover the peace of mind that comes with having the right financial plan in place. Rita Stewart is a dedicated and experienced financial professional ready to guide you on your financial journey. Her expertise lies in helping clients create a robust and enduring financial foundation to build on into the future. So you can reach out to Rita Stewart by phone at 804-677-7555, on Instagram at Money Matters and T, on the World Wide Web at LegacyFinancialWellness.com, on Facebook at Legacy Financial Wellness, or at her personal email at rita.stewart@5ringsfinancial.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Second half of action underway. Here in just a couple of seconds, the Rhode Island Rams hold a 5-point lead over the Loyola Chicago Ramblers. I'm Darrell alongside Russ, Taliaferro. And so far, so good in this first contest. Really good matchup so far on both ends. And let's see if Loyola Chicago can pull off the upset. Mobley with a pump fake. We'll swing it over to Vaughn. Vaughn takes a bounce. We'll give it over to Brissett for three, and she knocks it down. Alex and Brissett with the three, and it's a 2-point game. The Ramblers have done what they needed to do to stay in this. They've had the lead. A lot of people could have said, oh, this could be a blowout. I mean, the first time these two played, it was only a 12-point win for Rhode Island, as Scylla knocks down the baseline jumper to extend the lead to 31-27. And these two teams first matched up, it was a 70-58 game, and they battled. And that game was in Chicago, and that's when Rhode Island was on their streak. The Loyola Chicago is trying to find a way. They had a little bit of a rough February. You know, losing 5 games, winning 3 in the month. So they're trying to get it all together. 32-27, 5-point game. Kennis, who has yet to score for the Ramblers. Vaughn over to Mobley. Her three won't go, and it's a big rebound by Vital, and she goes flying up the floor. Vital over to Mbu, who drives to the basket with the right hand off the glass. 34-27, and this right here of your Loyola Chicago, you got to be careful. You cannot let Rhode Island go on a run to start it off, and a nice job there by Vaughn, as Brooklyn Vaughn, the sophomore, tries to stop the bleeding a little bit. 34-29. Vital to Mbu. Back to Vital. Vital over to Scylla. Mbu at the top will swing it to the wing to DeBras. Back to Mbu at the top of the key. To the opposite wing to the Vital. Vital will swing it to the corner to DeBras. Her three hits off the back of the rim, and up a rebound by Scylla, who's trying to work down low, and she finds it in. And she finds a way to get it in, 36-29. And so Loyola Chicago down by 7. Vaughn Guard by Silla. Mobley will take it. Over to Vaughn. Good ball movement here. Back to Mobley. And Mobley's three is no good. And here comes Vital up the floor in no time. All the way off the glass for two. And Rhode Island is starting to open up the lead a little bit. It's a 9-point game. Kennis to the set. Back to Kennis. Mobley to Vaughn. The set now takes a couple dribbles, drives on the right side with the right hand. And Coach Goof will call a timeout here with 7 minutes and 7 seconds left here in the third quarter. So while they're talking things over, we'll be back here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network in just a second.
Perfect Mix, the 100% natural, handcrafted, fruit blended premium lemonades. If you want the perfect lemonade, Perfect Mix is just right for you. Follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages. Instagram at Perfect Mix, on Facebook at Perfect Mix. You can go and get your orders right now. Just reach out to us via our social media pages. Shipping and delivery are available. Big Jack's Cooking with Orlon Big Jack Jackson. They specialize in Southern comfort food. Orlon told us one time in a broadcast, if it's comfortable, they'll cook it. So if you're looking for amazing Southern comfort food, reach out to Big Jack's Cooking at 8830 Otterburn Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002, or by phone at 804-405-0330. You can also email Big Jack at bigjackscooking@gmail.com. Bernard's Towing. If you find yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation, Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car where you need it to be. Remember, call us once and be hooked. You can contact Bernard's Towing at 804-380-2774 or at 804-495-51.
I just need one more to get through today.
In 2023, nearly 80,000 Americans died from opioid overdoses. About 3 out of 4 overdose deaths.
I'll send you that new character skin if I lose this one.
For youths aged 12 to 17, esports significantly increases participating in gambling activities.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back.
And so am I.
Just a small detour on the way back.
That halftime goes quick, bro.
It does.
It looks like I missed a good Ram run, though.
Yeah, he was like, oh, I got 13. You know, it's 13 minutes. I got plenty of time. Next thing you know.
Let me post the halftime graphic. Let me go to the bathroom. Let me see what they got for lunch. Oh, wait, what? I missed the first half?
It was everything? Oh, man, that's crazy.
That's crazy. That's a good spread. Let me go back to the game.
38-31. And Loyola Chicago in a smidge of trouble. Nothing too crazy. They're still in a good spot.
I see Kenny still hasn't scored. Oh, good shot.
What a game by Vaughn. Vaughn's got 8 points, but she's playing really well right now for this team.
That was a good pull-up because you don't want to get too close to Silla because she got that long reach. So it was a good pull-up to shoot the shot right in front of her and rattle it in.
Silla's having herself a way better third quarter right now for Silla.
Second half for the ages right now. Looks like I missed 5 of them 7 points.
Yeah, she's done a really good job to get it rolling. 40-33. Bissett over to Vaughn. Really trying to figure things out.
Ooh. Miscommunication with the pass there.
Yeah, Chivers was trying to get it to Vaughn, but it's taken away by the speedy Vital.
Which
all the way.
Undercut and boo. Ooh.
Oh, Scylla.
Rebound.
Oh, Scylla's starting to feel it now.
Scylla will get every rebound over Shivers, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, she's going to have to kick her in the knee in order not to get that rebound.
I don't even think that's going to help.
Yeah, kick her in the knee and grab and run. And Bassett, 3.
That's a foul on Boo.
Wow.
I think she pushed Vaughn, or whoever was setting that screen, I think she pushed her in the back.
Hendricks will make her way back in the game. Well, Brooklyn Gray will take a break. And we will see Harris come in. Oh, I thought Brooklyn Gray, so it's Harris coming in. Not Brooklyn is still on the floor, so it's Scylla. We got Gray, DeBras, Harris, and Vital on the floor for the Rams. For the Ramblers, you got Hendricks, Kennis, Granberry, along with Mobley and Cleavers.
Good.
What a nice play there by Harris.
That was a good drive. I almost thought she should have taken that shot outside, but she got the 2 down low. It was just harder to get it.
So, yeah, that's Vanessa Harris, the freshman from legendary school in Maryland, Bishop McNamara.
Ooh. They produce some hammers down there.
They play ball up at Bishop McNamara.
Yeah, they take it serious.
Yes, they do. 44-33, and right now, if you're Loyola Chicago, you got to be careful because you don't want this thing to open up. They're still in striking distance. They're down by 11 right now.
11 is a lot for the lowest scoring team in the conference.
This is also true.
It really is, especially for a team like Loyola Chicago, unfortunately, that doesn't shoot the greatest either. They're not horrible. They're not the worst. They're the number 10 shooting team in the conference. But at the same time, Rhode Island still shoots better, and they score more. So it's just, I really thought it was just going to be a can they keep up with Rhode Island? And Rhode Island's starting to pull away right now.
Yeah, that burst that they had at the beginning of the third has kind of changed the atmosphere a little bit for Loyola Chicago. To be honest with you, it's that streak right at the end, that 6-0 run at the end of the second that has changed everything, because Loyola Chicago was up and looking like they were going to probably go into halftime with the lead, and then a 6-0 run with 41 seconds is all it took from Rhode Island to get them the 5-point lead, and from that point they've built this now to an 11-point lead.
Yeah, it just, when you look at it, it's unfortunately everything in the favor of Rhode Island with just how powerful they are as an offense, with how good they are as a defense, because they're a top 3 defense, shooting percentage defense in the conference. And then they're also a top 5, or not top 5. Loyola Chicago, unfortunately, is in the top 5 for worst shooting teams in the conference for shooting percentage and 3-point percentage.
That's tough. And so you know that coming into the tournament, and you taking on one of the best teams in the country. Let's not, sugarcoat it. 25-4 season, and they were undefeated for 2 months. So they did a really good job so far this season, and as they continue to try to push their way into a tournament. But we'll be back in a second here. Media timeout here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network.
Legacy Financial Wellness with Rita Stewart. Let Rita help you safeguard your family's future while you focus on living your best life. Discover the peace of mind that comes with having the right financial plan in place. Rita Stewart is a dedicated and experienced financial professional ready to guide you on your financial journey. Her expertise lies in helping clients create a robust and enduring financial foundation to build on into the future. So you can reach out to Rita Stewart by phone at 804-677-7555, on Instagram at Money Matters and T, on the World Wide Web at LegacyFinancialWellness.com, on Facebook at Legacy Financial.
Chivers will head to the free throw line and knock down the first as we're back from our media timeout. It's a 10-point game, 44-34. And Chivers will knock them both down. 9-point game. DeBras will Silla. Back to DeBras. To Silla, back to DeBras.
Ooh, Coach Guth is still not happy with the officiating in the second half.
She has been giving them the business the entire day.
Loyola came out a little aggressive there. They got the foul call. Now they got to back off a little bit, unfortunately.
So Vital will call out some direction. Coach Reese has to be happy with the way they've started things here in the third. Silla to Harris, knocks it down. And Vanessa Harris, the Maryland native, making things happen. 12-point lead, the largest lead of the day.
She's not known for her three-point shooting, but she knocked that one down.
Well, she's having herself a nice day so far. She's got 9.
Creeping up on the third Rhode Island Ram will get 10 points today, which is unfortunately kind of what I expected. A team like this, I expected at least 2 or 3 Rams to get 10 points before any Loyola Chicago player did.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's not surprising. You know, they got a couple of players that average double digits. And that's a travel. Yeah. Ain't nothing you can do about that one. She realized it midair and tried to let it go, and it was too late.
I'm telling you, Shivers and Vital are so similar. I'm not surprised by that call because she moved so fast she couldn't contain herself from jumping too high.
So the set will come in for Shivers. Vital will bring it up the floor.
I think Coach Reese just told him to drop the elbow.
Oh, no.
I saw her point to the elbow and to Vital and be like, drop the hammer on somebody.
From the top hook.
I'm about to say.
Vital will swing it over to DeBras in the corner, driving to the basket. DeBras it fell short. DeBras got a second opportunity.
Yeah. She cleaned up there. It doesn't, the scoreboard doesn't always, like the stats and everything doesn't seem like it. It just seems like Rhode Island's having too easy of a time to get their rebounds, especially on the offensive side. But it doesn't show them like a heavy favor on that side of the ball, though. It just feels like it.
And DeBras will knock down the free throw. 13-point lead for Rhode Island, their largest.
Strong 84% free throw shooter.
And she misses. Shannon, you let the whole team down when you're down by 13 is insane work to me, but that's besides the point.
That's the band.
That's the Ramblers.
That's the band. Let them do what they do.
I'm going to let them fly. And Mobley knocks down the midway jumper. 11-point game.
And that's the first Rambler that has 10 points right there.
Silla working against Kennis. Kennis, who is still scoreless in this one. Silla trying to find someone. Kicks it over to Mbu. 8 seconds on the shot clock. There's Harris. Over to Mbu, corner 3. Ooh. Oh, misses the entire rim. And that's a shot clock violation. They're debating it, but it should be a shot. I don't think it touched the rim.
I didn't see it touch the rim.
So they're discussing it now. Are they going to call a foul here?
On who would be interesting.
Definitely some discussion. The players are starting to move this way like they feel like it's a shot clock violation.
I think they're about to look at the video.
Oh, let's see what happens here.
No, I think they're calling a media timeout to look at the video.
So let's see what we're going to get a chance here on the big screen to see what happens. We'll let you guys know what exactly we see. But at least I thought they were going to show it on the big screen. Maybe not.
I mean, to the naked eye of mine, the blind naked eye, it looked like it didn't hit the rim, and it was just an easy shot clock violation call.
Exactly.
And that's what the close side referee was calling. But I think the far side referee was calling a foul. And instead we get kids dancing on the big screen. Education day. Kids get a Friday off, go watch some basketball.
Yeah. Tomorrow I think is International Women's Day. They've got a day for each week.
I'm wondering, you know what? A little off topic, but I wonder if that Simon Says guy is back again.
You know, Simon Says he's got to be here. Like tomorrow, probably, right?
I'm hoping. I thought he'd show up today because it's the big day. It's the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
4 games. I thought he'd show up to that.
I feel like I remember seeing him do a lot of great work last year.
My man is a magic. It's just lovely and fun to watch.
It's just a battle between all of the bands trying to figure out who's going to get the dub.
I'll take it. I was trying to think too. Who was that band? Was it George Mason's band that has the? I'm trying to remember who has that band that we love all the time.
George Mason has
Was it George Mason?
George Mason. The Dayton has a really good band.
Oh, we saw Dayton already.
Yeah. So it's got to be George Mason because they got the guy in the suit.
Yep, that's what I was thinking about. Yep, the band leader in the suit.
Yep, the band leader in the suit.
Okay, yeah.
He's a legend.
Yeah, man. I'm glad to call that game. I may not be able to call the Richmond game tonight, but I'm glad to call them George Mason.
Because you already know he's going to be jamming.
Yeah, man. And I mean, shoot, shout out to the bands and everyone that travels with the teams too. It's hard enough for the teams to travel themselves, but the bands that come from the school too, they're students that got to take time off from their classes as well.
Yeah, go ahead on to Henrico and
Henrico.
Go ahead, Henrico, and help out the kids.
I mean, shoot, the bands are. You can't say enough about just stuff like that. Just the bands for any college sports.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun because I think we saw like half the teams last year. They had George Mason or George Washington play as their band.
Yeah, because we definitely seen some.
We saw some substitute bands.
We saw some HBCU students come in here and make the magic happen.
Yeah, I'm like, what your school know about that song?
I was like, I forgot who it was, which school it was, but I was like, I said, when did they start playing Before I Let Go?
I'm about to say, that don't sound like it's in the curriculum.
I said, I don't think so. It was hilarious. I wish I could remember. Loyola Chicago has been set for 3, and it's no good.
Silla with the tip.
11-point lead.
She's running up the court. Jesus Christmas, that girl's fast.
I wish I could move that fast and not look tired. Harris for 3.
Ooh, she finds Harris for the 3. Out on the wing.
14-point lead.
I mean, it's like Timon from Lion King. It stops. And here we are with Rhode Island pulling away, bruh. It's and I hate to say it about Loyola, but this is what I expected.
Kennis fires back.
She finally gets on the board at the end of the third, which is shocking.
Yeah, they have missed her scoring.
Almost 15 minutes with her no scoring for her.
And Silla, she's in her groove. She's got 13 points. Silla and Harris are leading the way along with Gray. Gray's been quiet since the second quarter, like early in the second.
And it's crazy because they don't even need her. They really don't. I think she's been facilitating mostly.
Oh, that one thought about going there, but it changes his mind. And so what Chicago's doing now, in my opinion, is they're shooting themselves out of the game, shooting all the threes.
And they're not a strong three-point shooter.
Yeah.
Rhode Island is. You don't want to go 3 for 3. You don't want to go band for band with Rhode Island. Shoot the ball. You really don't.
Batal inside to Silla. Ooh, shot is short. Bissett up to Kennis. Ooh. And Bissett falls. Great sportsmanship by Vital. Helps her up. And Joku gets 2 points.
I don't know if it's just in her nature or if it's a call every time, but Vital's so fast and annoying on defense. It's like she's doing a full court press every time the team brings up the ball.
She's just moving around to the other side, and it's like she teleported.
So fast. I feel like it's the closest thing we can get to seeing Taylor Reese play on the court right now today.
Touche. Silla. Cambu to Vital.
But she's such a facilitator. She's not even thinking about shooting the ball. She wants to get the open shot for her team.
Exactly. She's only got 2 points today, but she's got four rebounds and 5 assists.
She does, and she's keeping it a little bit clean with only 2 fouls so far. With how physical she can be annoying on defense, 2 fouls is pretty good. And she's got a steal too.
Driving, Mobley couldn't get it to go.
That was good defense by Harris there, not giving an easy bucket to Mobley.
And Joku will head to the free throw line.
I mean, they're in a good shape because you look at what this Rhode Island team has coming next year. Vital's in the senior. Unfortunately, they do lose Brooklyn Gray. They do lose Ojeda as a grad transfer too as well. So you look at who they can have step up. Darrell, maybe she could be a grad student and stay with Rhode Island. Hopefully, with nobody steals her to go back to St. Louis. Maybe they don't get no friends, but they're in good shape. I'm confident that Coach Reese has a good class coming in too as well.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. She loves recruiting from France, and I don't know who she's got on the staff that has the French connection, but it works.
I mean, once you get the pipeline, it's not too hard when you can tell them who's played for your team.
And Vital, this is also true. Vital tried to sling it up there to end the third quarter. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we will head to the fourth. Rhode Island up 53-42 over Loyola Chicago. We'll be back in just a little bit on the Legacy Maker Sports Network.
Today's broadcast is being brought to you by Crossroads Community Services Board. Is one of 39 Virginia community services boards. Crossroads offers community resources for mental health, developmental disability services, substance use disorder counseling, drug prevention programs, family therapists, and much more. Crossroads services the counties of Amelia, Buckingham, Charlotte, Cumberland, Lunenburg, Nottoway, and Prince Edward counties in Virginia. If you would like to reach out to the administrative services, you can reach them by mail at 60 Bush River Drive, Farmville, Virginia, 23901, or by phone at 434-392-3187. They're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, their national line is 866-307-0370. Any emergency services 24/7 is 800-548-1688. And if you need to reach out to the National Suicide Crisis Line, just dial pound 988. Legacy Financial Wellness with Rita Stewart. Let Rita help you safeguard your family's future while you focus on living your best life. Discover the peace of mind that comes with having the right financial plan in place. Rita Stewart is a dedicated and experienced financial professional ready to guide you on your financial journey. Her expertise lies in helping clients create a robust and enduring financial foundation to build on into the future. So you can reach out to Rita Stewart by phone at 804-677-7555, on Instagram at Money Matters and T, on the World Wide Web at LegacyFinancialWellness.com, on Facebook at Legacy Financial Wellness, or at her personal email at rita.stewart@5ringsfinancial.com. Legendary Culture Films, one of the hottest and upcoming movie production companies, would like to let you know about a couple movies that they have out currently, and one of them on the way. First, the movie Black Sheep, currently airing on Tubi, is about a young hustler trying to make the transition from the streets, becomes an outcast and the target, and it turns into war in the city. It is a great movie. If you want to catch it, it's on Tubi right now. Another great movie that's coming to Tubi soon, Legend Has It. It's about a young warlock seeking revenge on his mother's killer.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Fourth quarter of action underway. Rhode Island up by 11 as they try to punch their ticket into the semifinals tomorrow. And they're just 10 minutes away from doing that. Loyola Chicago's got to find a way to battle back. As Russ said, it's a little tough road when you're one of the, maybe not one of the best teams shooting the basketball in the conference, and Mbu knocks down a baseline jumper to extend the lead to 13.
It's an uphill battle now for Loyola Chicago. There's no other way to look at it. It's an uphill battle. They got a tough task on their hand. It's still possible. With all the basketball we've seen in this arena the last 3 years, it's still possible, but it's a tough battle right now.
And knocking it down to make it a 14-point lead, tying their largest lead of the day, which would happen back in the third with about a minute to go.
I'm pretty sure that's the largest lead of the tournament so far.
Chivers to Bissett for three, and that one hits off the back of the rim. Rebound by Vital.
Don't fight your own teammates there.
All the way to Braz, all the way down for two, and now it's starting to open up big time. 16-point lead for Rhode Island.
The dam's opening right now, and the water's starting to leak out. Can they stop it?
And now Hendrick trying to work a little something. We'll give it over to Bissett.
That was DeBra, and she is about to become the fourth Ram with 10-plus points.
It has been a very impressive day for the Rams to potentially get four starters, maybe even five. At Way Mbu, she has 8. To have 5 players be in that realm of getting double-digit points.
I mean, with such a high-powered offense, you'd expect nothing less.
Shivers, full speed working against Gray. And Gray does a good job of holding Shivers down. Over to Vaughn for 2. You know,
as good as they're playing, and Boo just seems to be frustrated with herself in this game, which I don't think she should be. She's playing. Loyola is not going to give up. They may not be statistically the best team, but they're still a tough team. And they knew how dangerous they were going to be against Rhode Island, so she shouldn't be ashamed of her performance. She shouldn't be so hard on herself, hopefully.
She shouldn't. And Vaughn has had a really nice game today, and she couldn't get that one to go. She's got 10 points, 5 for 8 from the field.
Finally a second Rambler above 10 points. It's crazy how so different it is from yesterday's game for Loyola, because yesterday they were led by Bissett and Kinnis, and now today Rhode Island's completely shut them out.
So Mbu now joins the 10-point club. (60-44).
If they play like this, Richmond's going to have a tough time trying to beat Rhode Island again.
Mobley will get her on rebound and put it in for 2. 60-46. Inside, looking for Mbu, working against Bissett. Mbu.
Not the best finish.
Yeah, just a little too much on that one. And a rebound by Bissett over to Vaughn. Vaughn trying to, Vaughn just straight destroys Brooklyn Gray, and Gray does not like that at all.
Luckily for her, that's her first foul of the game for Brooklyn Gray. I think she'll be okay. But Vaughn ran in like a truck trying to knock her out of the way.
Exactly. Full speed at that.
Rhode Island's going with a pretty big lineup here. And Boo, Gray, and Sill all on the floor at the same time with Vital out. And O'Hader about to check into herself.
Bissett. The Shivers now to Vaughn. Vaughn is keeping this team alive.
They cut it back down to 12. Missed the layup.
Okay, now Loyola Chicago has a chance to. Shivers 3 won't go, and it's a long rebound there by Harris. They could have knocked that down. That would have definitely changed the atmosphere just a little bit.
Yeah, a shot like that needs to be made if you're going to really get a comeback here. Because she had a really good open look from 3, and Shivers just couldn't knock it down, unfortunately. And Kinnis, annoying on defense, knocking it out to Brad's hands.
Touch. Well, Marion over there by the DJ. I think I was in high school when that bad boy came up.
We were.
Man, we're getting old.
It's not even the best song from the album.
No, it's not.
I need to hear that Icebox.
But
I got an icebox. No, let me not teach you kids something.
Don't give it to
them,
them,
Russ.
Russ.
Don't know nothing about that. No, you kids don't know nothing about that.
Don't give it to them, Russ.
Nope.
They ain't ready for it.
They're not ready for it. They don't know nothing about that. I know. Well, then they switched to Lloyd.
I was like, with the but that was my jam too. But shout out to Amar.
This DJ must be as old as we are. There's no way he's under 45 right now.
Yeah, most definitely. I can't see that happening at all.
His high school dance was just as lit as mine with the jams that he be playing right now. These kids don't know nothing about this.
Not a soul.
If this crowd was full of people our age, they'd be dancing.
So that will send us potentially to the media timeout here with 6 minutes and 37 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. We've seen a Rhode Island team that kind of opened up the lead here, Russ. And now Loyola Chicago, they've got 6 minutes. But it seems like ever since that little run that they had at the end of the second by the Rams, Loyola Chicago has not been able to get back where they needed to be.
It's crazy because Loyola is shooting way better than they normally do on the season in this game, at least from regular field goals. They have not been able to make a three to save their lives today. 1 for 12 from the field from three-point land is not going to get it cut against a team that scores as much as Rhode Island is, because they're going to need to cut into that lead. And of course, logically speaking, the easiest way to cut into that lead is make your threes.
Right.
And they can't find. They could not hit. They can't hit it at all. They are struggling to save their lives, and it's just it's what we expected. It's really what we expected for them to just be able to pull away and just completely not worry about what Loyola is doing and just play their game.
We'll see what ends up happening here. We'll be back in a quick second. Take a quick commercial break, but we'll be back to bring you the rest of the fourth quarter.
Legendary Culture Films has a brand new movie out, Boys in the Woods. When the walls seem like they are closing in and it keeps getting worse, a father is on the run from a local police while dealing with a territorial beef with a rival gang. And against all the odds, his children were kidnapped and held for ransom in the streets of Amelia and Richmond, Virginia. Boys in the Woods, coming to Tubi soon. Be on the lookout from the latest great project from Legendary Culture Films.
I just need one more to get through today.
In 2023, nearly 80,000 Americans died from opioid overdoses. About 3 out of 4 overdose deaths.
I'll send you that new character skin if I lose this one.
For youths aged 12 to 17, esports significantly increases participating in gambling activities.
So it will be Loyola Chicago basketball. 6 minutes, 37 seconds left here in the fourth. And, you know, this first game has been a pretty competitive game for the most part so far. But Rhode Island has kind of opened it up here in the last quarter and a half.
Yeah, they have. The start of that second half was exactly what they wanted.
Drive, but Seth had a good look at it as she hits the floor. And Brooklyn Gray's like, where's that jump ball?
I think that's, I don't know if that's a jump or, that's a foul shoot, unfortunately.
If that's on Gray, that's going to be number 2. And it is. It's a good win, potential win here for Rhode Island if they can hold on.
That week break didn't hurt them too much.
Yeah, the winner of this game will play in the 11 o'clock semifinal tomorrow against the winner of the
next game.
The next game, which is Davidson and St. Joe's. There's a miss by Brissett. A tough miss. You need every point at this point. Vital.
Again, like, Loyola Chicago is not a good free throw shooting team, unfortunately. And they're not a good scoring team overall. So it's just those two things added up don't make it easy when you need a comeback like this.
Scylla, baby hook. It's so easy how Scylla gets to the basket.
Just a little short there on the hook, but that was pretty easy.
She usually has a really good, like, from the shot attempts I've seen in this game, she's been in really good positions in pretty much every shot. Some of them just haven't fallen. Excuse me, haven't fallen. So it seems like at times it could just be her world. The way that with the height advantage that she has over most of the players.
I mean, I don't think you can put it past it. She's still getting acclimated to where she is now.
Yeah.
You know, she's coming, I mean, especially coming from in the middle of Europe, from Finland, all the way to Rhode Island, of all places.
Yeah.
And there's nothing against Rhode Island. It's just coming from there to America, where she is now. She's still, she's still learning. She's still young. She's only a sophomore, so she's still learning. And with the players that she plays with, unfortunately, you got to keep up a pace with DeBras, Vital, Harris. You got to keep up a lot. So she's still, I think, getting used to the culture there.
Vaughn will knock them both down, and 10-point game. I mean, Loyola Chicago's not out of this, but they've got to find points.
They got to stop Rhode Island from scoring points too.
Gray in trouble.
It's a foul.
And Coach Goof is not thrilled.
She's been pretty animated this game.
Yes, she has been. She has been very animated. Surprisingly calm, Coach Reese. She's been over there watching her team do really, really well.
I'm telling you, bro. Of course she's calm. She's telling the team to drop the elbow on somebody.
She did tell somebody to drop the elbow.
I'm still wondering what that play call is. I need to interview her after the game. What the elbow mean?
What the elbow mean?
What the dog doing?
Mbu over to Vital. Vital, it's blocked by Brissett.
Yeah, that was a rush shot. We knew that was going to happen. She's going to try and rush that. And Brissett as the matchup, nah.
Well, here's a good thing if you're Loyola Chicago. 6-0 run in the last 2 minutes. Scoring drought, though, here for Rhode Island. Now at 3 minutes. So you got to take advantage of the scoring drought, right?
But
you just have to.
They've pulled ahead so far that 10-point lead that they have now, they had to whittle that down from 15, 14 points.
Yeah.
And still with Rhode Island scoring in between on that before this drought that they had, they still got a road ahead, a tough road.
Kenneth with a little fadeaway there in the paint, couldn't get it to go. Rebound, and now DeBras is up the floor here for Rhode Island. All the way down low.
Tough drive.
Scylla lost control of it. Brooklyn Gray dives on the ground for it. Her and a couple of the Loyola Chicago players. Now Gray behind the back, pull up. Scylla will get the rebound off the miss.
She's shooting that thing like she's from Brooklyn with that attitude, that swagger.
Got to live up to the name, man.
I'm saying her parents might be from Brooklyn. Who knows?
There's the pass for Tal. Still a chance here for Loyola Chicago to make some moves. They've got to figure out. Marcel for three. Got it!
That's a good start.
Rosalie Marcel knocks it down.
That's a good start.
It's a 7-point game.
With 4 minutes left, there's plenty of time. There's no rush.
And this is a good timeout here.
Coach Reese definitely got to call that timeout.
They haven't scored in 4 minutes. A 9-0 run for Loyola Chicago here in the last 4 minutes.
Missing their last 6 shots.
Oh, man.
This is what they'd be afraid of, is whether they can hold it. Didn't think about that.
This is where they have to be careful, you know. You got to be careful at this point because you just don't want Chicago to slip out again, but they've got to start scoring. We've talked about that, but they're doing it right now, 9-0 run.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy because how different this fourth quarter has been, especially just because, Vaughn's come out and she stepped up her game. Kenneth hit a good three. Mobley has scored a bucket too as well. But at the same time, they've kept a lot of their heavy hitters off the board in this fourth quarter so far for Rhode Island. There's no buckets by Gray. Vital just missed her second shot of the quarter. Harris hasn't made a bucket. Scylla hasn't made a bucket. And Boo, she's got a couple points herself, but other than her, it's just been one other shot by DeBras, and Rhode Island's been kept off the scoreboard in the fourth quarter.
But see, this is critical for Loyola Chicago. This is it. You know, this stretch that you do here in the next 350, you've got to find a way, keep up the defensive prowess, and you got to score buckets. You got to score buckets if you want to shock the world here in Henrico.
I always like to watch the coaches in a close game like this towards the end and see what their mentality is like and see how that correlates to the team on the floor.
Mbu driving, can't get it to go, and here's a big opportunity. Kenneth in a little trouble. Got to be smart with the basketball here. Bissett up the floor. A chance to bring it within 5. Bissett will swing it to Hendricks. Shivers back to Hendricks at the top. Bissett in a little trouble. Harris cranking up the defense. Bissett all the way to the lane, and she's going to go over the line.
Is that going to go? Who's going to call on though? Because Mbu was stuck her hand in there early at the top.
And they're going to say this is on Harris. This one goes against Harris, her second.
Okay.
So are they going to say this is on the floor? Is she heading to the free throw line? Yep, she's heading to the free throw line.
I mean, Loyola's done a decent job drawing fouls on Rhode Island. I'm not mad at it in this second half. Like, they've done a pretty good job drawing fouls against them in the game overall. It's just, can they take advantage of it?
Bissett's a 64% free throw shooter, knocks that one down.
But at the same time, speaking of fouls, Rhode Island's done an even better job at drawing Loyola into foul trouble too. But it's key to knock these down, and she does.
A little bit of trouble. 60-55. Looking for another defensive stop on 11-0 run. Excuse me, 11-0 run. A 13-2 run in the last 5 minutes. Brooklyn Gray. And she's fouled. And that, you know what, that's a smart play right there.
Slow it down.
Yeah, slow it down. Sometimes you just got to, get the contact. Sometimes free throws, and I think people don't look at it, but sometimes, getting to the free throw line and getting those points can kind of get the momentum back on your side.
Yeah, for sure. Especially with Brooklyn Gray, who's not afraid to get down low and get physical, and she's a strong free throw shooter herself. So if she does draw the foul, get to the line, you're pretty confident you're going to walk away with 2 free points there.
Yeah, and just a really good job.
Yes. St. Joe's walks behind us.
And Gray will knock down both free throws.
What you expected from a good free throw shooter.
Back to 7. Mobley driving with the left. You gotta make that shot.
$5 move, 5-cent finish.
Oh, she had an opportunity there to put it back to 5.
She had a mean crossover to the left there.
It was a great basket. A great move to the basket and just couldn't finish. And that's the type of ones you got to have in this point of the game. Ooh. And it's stolen.
Too far off.
A chance for redemption. Driving. She tried to throw it away. She had
bad communication. We're getting a little sloppy here. Turnover after turnover after turnover. Just, whoa.
This is insane. So now another opportunity. Vaughn all the way. Nothing called. They're letting them roll. And what do we got here?
Finally get a timeout.
Smart move by Coach.
Slow it down.
Coach Goof said, you know what? Let's just take a break.
That was like turnover. It was not even a possession. It was one touch turnover, one touch turnover, one touch turnover. That was an insane little bit of possession right there.
Man, oh man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you all for tuning in to Legacy Maker Sports Network. 2 minutes and 16 seconds left here in the fourth quarter as we inch closer and closer to the potential end of this one. They've got to make the baskets when they count, Russ. A couple of opportunities on this end, and it just doesn't go that way.
They do. That crossover by Mobley was beautiful. The finish, though, was completely hideous. And then just the steal, still going back and forth. They just got a little too excited, a little too hyper. Coach Goose had to, or Coach Reese had to call that timeout to just slow them down, just because everybody was just running up and down, running back and forth, and just nobody could keep possession. But like they got to make those easy shots, especially after a move like that. And then Vaughn missed a shot that she probably could have made too as well, and just miscommunication because she threw the pass to Kenneth, and Kenneth was driving, and she threw the pass behind her where she was instead of where she was going to. It's just, you got to slow down and calm your nerves there in a situation like this.
You definitely do, and I think that's where you got to kind of figure everything out. We're going to see if Chicago can find a way. Chicago basketball down by 7. Can Chicago keep the pressure up? Brissett looking inside. What a pass to Mobley. And it's a 5-point game.
That was a beautiful play. Just the way they distracted her to set the back screen to get Mobley cut into the basket. That was a beautiful play.
It feels like they should win this game, right? I mean, that's the way it's vibing. But
I don't know if it feels like they should, but it's starting to feel like this game should go to overtime.
That I can definitely see.
I don't know if anyone's quite convinced me that they should be winning, but I'm not surprised by the score. But these last 2 minutes are going to be pretty cool.
Rhode Island has to be on top of their game here because Loyola Chicago has the momentum and it's screaming. They're 0 for 7 from the field. They have no field goals in the last 6 minutes.
That's not good. That's towards the beginning of the quarter. That's not good.
It's been a great job by the Chicago defense.
I mean, it's a great job by the Chicago offense because both teams are shooting 50%.
Oh
my gosh.
Sophia Vital driving to the basket, uses the right on the opposite side.
With the reverse, opposite side reverse.
Holy moly.
I wish we could have had video of that one.
That was nice.
That was
beautifully done by Vital.
I wish you were here, Rob, because he probably would have been right under the basket for that one.
You hear Rob saying it's a certified dime.
I don't know. That ain't no dime. That's a certified bucket right there.
Oh man, so
that was
Vital,
beautiful.
A chance to extend it back to 7, and she does.
And that's what you need from Rhode Island. A toss bucket and convert the and one.
Man, it was nicely done. I mean, Vital has 5. She hadn't scored since early in the game. She's right now rocking a 5-5-5.
She doesn't even need to score to affect the game the most, really.
And Mobley once again. Back to 5.
Mobley's playing tough with 4 fouls.
And Mobley has 15 points for the Ramblers.
17 now. 17 points and 11 rebounds.
It's insane work. 65-60. A minute and 15. All the way to the basket. And boom. Rhode Island's fighting to put this thing away.
Trying to shut the door. Mobley and crew trying to keep it open.
Shivers trying to find someone. They've got to make something happen quick. Minute left. Down by 7.
They got to go quick though. It's already a minute. That first minute went by quick.
It's got to be smart here, and it's got to be quick.
They got taking too long getting towards the end of the shot clock here.
4 seconds on the shot clock to Brissett. No foul call. That's critical.
That's the trouble you run into when you don't have something set.
Yeah, they waited way too long on that. Now Rhode Island to put it away. Gray. Oh, and she didn't get it. She didn't get it. There's still a chance.
Not focused.
Wide open. All alone is Vaughn. It's a 5-point game. Boy, oh boy. So Brooklyn Vaughn and Brooklyn Gray on opposite ends making plays. Gray tried to get to the basket. The other Brooklyn says, you know what? Maybe I'll get the points. If you don't want them, I'll take them. So 67-62 here with 26 seconds left. And you know, this has been it's been a really good game.
I mean, again, like honestly, if you take if you're not looking at 3-point shooting, everything else is pretty much even. They're both shooting very strong from the floor, and free throws, the other thing you got to kind of ignore. But then again, they haven't shot as many. But turnovers are a push, rebounds are a push, offensive rebounds are a push. Second chance points are within 1 possession. So are bench points. Points in the paint have been a difference too as well for Loyola, but they haven't been able to use that to their advantage. So, I mean, other than 3-point shooting and points in the paint, it's kind of a push right now.
Right. So we'll see how they kind of do things here. See what they can make happen. 26 seconds left.
It always confuses me when the other team is playing, the other band is playing, but the opposite cheerleaders are dancing to the rhythm. It confuses the heck out of me.
Teamwork.
Because I know Loyola, their sideline is right here, but their band is right behind us, so we'd know if they were the one playing that.
So now with a 5-point lead, Rhode Island has the basketball, and Loyola Chicago has hung in there. They've had chances, they had moments, and now they've got to figure it out in 26 seconds.
That third quarter is right now proving a huge difference in a safety net for Rhode Island because they got out to that hot start.
So Mbu and Kenneth will come in and get the foul.
I think they're in the I think they might put it. That might put them in the bonus too. Mbu's not the strongest free throw shooter, but she's not a weak one either. And she makes the first one though, which is what they need to close it out for sure. And bang, she makes the second one.
So here we go. Back to a 7-point lead. And Chicago has fought hard, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. And there's a foul. 13 seconds left. That should send Mobley to the line. But they had opportunities, Russ. I mean, that scoring drought got them back in the game, but it wasn't enough to push them through. I mean,
they didn't take full advantage of it to try and get back the lead. They got within the 10 points. I think they cut it down to what, like 7? Or actually, no, they cut it down to like 5 or 6. But they just couldn't get to the tie and take the lead back, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, they did all they could.
Like, Rhode Island has led for over 33 minutes of this game so far.
And knocks it down. So it's back to a 5-point, but that's the thing. They have not been able to get it. The closest they got it was 4 points, and they couldn't get it past that. So quick timeout. We'll be back in just a second on the Legacy Maker Sports Network.
Perfect Mix, the 100% natural, handcrafted, fruit blended premium lemonades. If you want the perfect lemonade, Perfect Mix is just right for you. Follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages. Instagram at Perfect Mix, on Facebook at Perfect Mix. You can go and get your orders right now. Just reach out to us via our social media pages. Shipping and delivery are available.
And we're back. Rhode Island fouled, going back to the line. Darrell this time. An 83% shooter from the line for the season. Hoping to wrap it up, continue, build that lead back up to 7.
And so it's a little unfortunate here for Chicago. They have fought hard in this one, but Rhode Island's not going to miss too many free throws this late.
They aren't. They really aren't. They're not going to miss too many free throws, period. Second best free throw shooting team in the conference behind only Richmond.
And the Bras will knock it in.
She gets them both.
It's a tough one. This is a tough one. If you're Chicago, this is going to be a tough pill to swallow because you had your opportunity. on multiple fronts, and especially on that dry run. I mean, it was 6-7 minutes with, not scoring. They had chances. They got all the way down here and could not make it happen. It's just, it's tough.
It is, and it just, you're saying it right on the money. If they had their chance, they had Rhode Island in a scoring drought, a pretty good one in that third quarter, beginning of the second half, and they just couldn't continue what they were doing to chip away at it. They got as close as 5 points, and then Rhode Island's just like, we remember who we are.
Exactly. And Rhode Island did what they needed to do. And, yes, 9 seconds left, but Rhode Island is just 9 seconds away from punching the ticket into the semifinals.
Yeah, I mean, they've beaten their season average. So, we knew Rhode Island was going to score this many points. Again, we were just saying at the beginning of the game is whether Loyola can keep up with them. And so far, the answer to that question in this game right now was a no. They just could not keep up with them. They could slow them down a little bit. They can go on a couple runs here and there, but they just couldn't keep up overall with the amount of offense that Rhode Island had and the amount of weapons that Rhode Island had.
I know we talked about Rhode Island having 5 players in double figures, but look at the 6 rebounds. 4 of their players have 6 rebounds plus.
It's a beautiful thing. It really is. Vital has had an amazing game.
Shivers couldn't get it to go. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Loyola Chicago with 3 seconds left. And the Ramblers season will come to an end.
Vital may not have the highest scoring average, but the way she plays and how she affects the game, her having 5 or 6 rebounds and 6 assists right now and at least 1 or 2 steals, that's as much as scoring averaging 13 points a game, the way she plays in this offense.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it. The Rhode Island Rams are the first team to punch a ticket into Saturday's semifinals. And just beautifully done there by, the Rams. It was a tough go. Had a strong third quarter, struggled in the fourth, but they were able to find a way to get the win. And a Chicago team that did not slow down and did not stop swinging the entire time.
Yeah, no, they put up a heck of a fight. They could not keep up, and that's what we were expecting Rhode Island to do. Is just once they figured out their droughts in their own sense, we expected them to just pull away and be able to finish out this game, and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, I don't think this Chicago team has anything to be sad about. I think, you want to move on, but they gave it a good effort out there today. I mean, they had their chances. You can't be mad at nobody but yourself, especially on that last run. You had a 13-2 run going on, and you missed on some certain opportunities that could have really pushed it ahead. And that part is a little bit unfortunate. So, we should be getting a post-game with one of the Rhode Island players here in just a few seconds. But we'll be back in just a second to give you our final stuff on the game, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network.